Hi everyone, I want to give you a brief overview of what we're going to be doing next class. We are going to have some visitors. They are some prospective biology students who are super excited to hear about our projects. So we will be kicking off our class with group proposal presentations. These presentations are short. 5 to 10 minutes is all that we're expecting. And basically the purpose of them is to give us just a little bit of a background of what you're thinking for your proposal so we can do a kind of class collaborative feedback. So you should have some basic sections in your presentation, which will include just a little bit of background on how you kind of came to the question that you did. And the supporting information that supports the question that you're asking. So if you're asking about UV irradiance effects on sexual selection, you might have some background research on how these butterflies respond to UV. You'll have a section with your hypothesis and broader research question, which we developed last time as a class. A little bit about your experimental plan. So how are you going to actually test what you're going to do? And so this will kind of go over your methods. So like, what are we going to measure? How are we going to measure it? And then how are we going to actually draw a conclusion based on your hypothesis? And then briefly talk about some potential outcomes that may come as a result of this work. Again, to prepare for your presentation, you should plan on 5 to 10 minutes. And yes, you can actually, as a group, speak for 5 to 10 minutes on this subject. But then I want to bring you back to our grading contract. If you expect to get an A to a C, you must have participated actively in these lab presentations. And I want to go over what it means to participate actively, just so that we're all aware. So participating actively means that you have put concerted effort into preparing your presentation. So that means that your group will have addressed all standards kind of in our presentation rubric, which you can find in the Start Here documents. All present group members should plan on speaking during the presentation. And I want to just note that everybody presenting will be expected to answer at least one question. Additionally, you'll be actively listening during other groups' presentations, and in turn, you will be asking questions of other groups during their time for questions. And this is where I just want to remind you all to remember that if you don't ask questions of the first group that goes, I will be asking those questions, and I would not suggest doing this to your classmates because I will not penalize them for doing the same to you and not asking questions and leaving it all to me. So this comes down to, if you are present and don't participate in the lab presentations, you will automatically place yourself in the range of a D according to our grading contract. So that is just a short, brief overview of what to expect at our proposal presentations. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I think that this exercise is a really great exercise in kind of thinking through what our research is going to be as we tackle the next couple of weeks of data collection and analysis. I will see you all on Tuesday.